folks. Good morning. What we got going on here? Kind of windy, so it's what it is for now. But we're gonna go do a walk around real quick. And the basics of this is a 1985 K100E Aerodyne, and it's the big bunk with the stand up. So it has got it's got some room in there, but it needs some TLC here. It's got the old Detroit in it. Get in there, tries on that. So we're gonna be working on this guy, getting it running. Cabless cylinders are gonna need swapped out, so we're gonna end up doing that. We got a board right here holding this thing up, and that's not good, but at least it's got duals, so we'll probably end up replacing some of this stuff. It's gonna need a bunch of work, but that's why I'm down in Arkansas, because James wanted me to come down and help him do this, because this thing hasn't moved for 20 years. So it's gonna be a doozy and dandy. We've got our work cut out for sure. I just pulled up and started checking it out, so you know what I'm saying, I'll try to keep this thing clean. But yeah, that's what we got going on
the show, on the Keegan YouTube channel.
There he is.
What up?
Say it. Say, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What are we doing here? What are our game plans?
Well, you know, we just got it propped up on a 4x4 right now, so I guess we'll get after putting the cylinders on it, so we get the cab up a little higher and have the protection of that, versus just having a board that one of us could knock out from under. And,
I mean, it looks like it's pretty sturdy, that board, but
we had some high winds last night and it's still on it, so it should be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the valve covers off and get after cleaning the injectors, but first I'm gonna hook up a fuel system and get it flowing clean fuel through it, because it's been, you know, years and years since it had any.
Right.
And hopefully it's done its job and the fuel system's clean by the time I get the injectors going, and we'll be able to start this thing.
So how long has this truck sat?
So, you know, near as I can figure, 1995 is the latest fuel sticker. How long has it been in this spot, Levin?
Oh, like a few months.
A few months.
We got it down here.
And where did you get it from? What location?
Like right here in the table.
Oh, really? Really? And how long you reckon it sat there?
I'd say since 95.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, 1995 is a long ways away from today.
2022.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's that. So
Right on.
we'll be doing some work here, and we'll track our progress, so at least you can see what's going on. And since I changed out a cab cylinder, I probably won't shoot that, because, well, you've already seen that before, and if you haven't seen that, you can go back and watch that. I did that on the Frankenstein, so we'll be back. We'll got one line changed out here. The cylinder's already swapped, but I can't get to the other one because he's got this motor all torn apart. What are you guys doing?
We are taking off bags. We undid the air lines, and now we're undoing all the bolts and the bolts into the bag. Getting ready to...
We got some stuff to jack it up.
That's on the way, I think.
Right on.
Get it
It's a
jacked up.
tractor.
I think we're actually gonna have to take a few of the wheels off to get to the underside of some of the bolts. So that'll be interesting.
Definitely. We got some fuel sucking over here.
A little bit. It's not doing what it should, but it's working enough, I think.
It's got these valve covers off here. They are this is really clean looking, and besides a little bit of malarkey that fell down in here when he took it off from the buildup of rat's nests and shit like that, it's really extremely nice. None of these injectors over here are stuck. He says we got this all going on right here, so we got a fresh one. We just can't get over to the other side. But while they're doing that, I think I may swap out these headlights, because I got new headlights and stuff I can swap out real quick and see what Mr. Pretty's doing.
So this is a process of, see, these this is a fuel metering rod down here at the bottom, and what happens is they get stuck. You see this front one, when I move this rack, it's not moving right, and neither is this one. These
Right.
two are stuck.
Yeah, you can see these two right here popping out, whatnot. Yeah.
And then you see this space right here between the rocker and the injector. This injector is stuck down.
Gotcha.
So what we're gonna do is we're just taking a pry bar, and we're grabbing that injector and we're prying it up, and then we'll tap it down with a hammer and pry it up. And after about 3, 4, 5 of those, that thing loosens up, and then that fuel rod
we'll start
moving on and out. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. So that's the idea. I just tapped it down. Now I'm gonna get a hold of it with these custom ground needle nose pliers, and I just get a hold of it, and then you reach the bar up in there, and you pull that up. See that plunger come up?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is take my old 2-stroker custom design push tube, which is just basically a 3/8 extension. We push that injector back down all the way.
Okay, so now it looks like it's got a little spring in it, so
we'll just keep working it.
looks like it's starting to loosen up then.
Yep, it should come back all the way to the top. It hasn't yet, so pull it one more time.
Oh, it looks like it's getting close at least. Yeah, boy, it's probably about 15 mile per hour wind out here, giving a gust. You know, I was sitting there, I'm thinking to myself the other day, hopefully this air compressor is good and we don't have any issues with it, because I don't know if we said this or not, we're going to drive this truck back to Georgia. So not as only this will it start, but it's basically a ground up rebuild on half the things and components for this working truck. And I do got that covered. Those high points look pretty decent for that, so almost forgot it, but that all looks good in there.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that's the progress for right now. We'll come back later. Hopefully then it'll be almost 60 degrees is what it's supposed to be, but we got the other cylinder sitting here right now. I can't change it out, so it's what it is. Do some other things. You know what I'm saying? That way, if the exhaust kicks and stuff, even though it's not going to because there's holes all over the fucking place.
All right, are you guys ready?
It's good.
3, 2, 1, we're recording. Okay, so if it goes, cover the turbo. Don't put your fingers in there. Don't touch that 4x4. All that stuff. Who wants to touch the driver's side and so make sure that all the injectors are moving? Who wants to watch the passenger side? I'll watch the driver's side. I'll stand right here. I'll work it. So I'm going to go fuel off for the first few. You're going to crank. Everybody ready? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to fuel off. Okay, I'm going fuel on.
Oh my God, I should get that camera right up
He's
here.
getting ready. You want to?
Yeah, because I want these injectors going. I got a video of that.
All right.
Yeah,
Go grab
I
my
got you.
All right. This thing's about to make smoke.
I
down
clip
there.
it up here. I clip that thing right up here. Right down out of
This is getting ready. This is getting ready to make some noise, bro.
Yeah, this motherfucker's gonna. This
And I
bitch
can
is
get the
gonna
fuel
take
back
off here.
most likely.
All right.
You got her clipped on?
As good as it's gonna get.
Okay. All right, I'm going fuel off. Okay, crank.
It was never on. I mean, it was sucking, but I just pulled back off. I'm more worried about getting ate by that motherfucker.
Okay, we're good. I can stop it. Everything's still working over there. The fuel rack moving in and out.
Yes.
Okay.
She's pumping.
Okay, I'm gonna start it. Chad, I don't want you to be.
You want me to get out?
Yeah.
The whole thing is kind of moving.
Yeah, the whole thing is shifting.
All right. So here's the thing.
A little sketchy, but we're
Chad.
doing it.
Oh, I'm starting to oil. Chad, you want to go in the
Cab?
and look at the oil pressure gauge.
All right.
It's not gonna run away. We only need it. Right here. Yeah, right here. You ain't going. It ain't fuck right here. Well, how is Daddy? Yep. I want you to be out from under this as well.
I'll say it's
Fucking sounds good, don't it? Even if it doesn't have any Jake wire. We'll figure that out.
You got tent in here?
Say again?
You got tent in here?
Yeah.
Watch your hand.
Yeah.
Original winter front?
Yeah. Its
Nice.
own winter front, bro.
We got air leakage.
Okay. Oh, we have air leaks?
Yeah, we got
That means
air
it was
leak.
making air.
Oh, we don't got a radio.
Well, we'll fix that.
We don't got a radio.
Got a Bluetooth party speaker too.
I got, well, my phone and everything, so
What?
let me get this thing out of here. You know,
Okay.
Wow.
Batteries, 11.
there's a ton of
Stand by,
room in this.
Chad.
Do me.
Stand by. Which one? This one?
Well, I guess while they're out there doing stuff, I'm going to
I think there's one over here.
check out some
Yeah, I
stuff.
know who I am.
Fuel pressure. We got some stuff here. It's only It's only 11 o'clock and we've already got this thing running. We've got
Yeah, freaking wind got it.
we have got the truck's running. I've got a cab cylinder swapped around. We do got some leaks up in here, but oh, I like this interior. And let's get around here. I know the horns ain't going nowhere. Since he was doing that stuff, there was I couldn't get under that other one, you know, but yeah, I'm in the cab right now, and This has even got a fucking tilt steering wheel. This has a tilt steering wheel. It's got the nice stand-up room back here. So this is huge. I wonder why people wanted these ones and not the 90-inch ones. God, look at all the room back here that we could be doing things. Like, these are nice right here. Let's get these off because I am going to be up in here taking this out because we have got a significant leak and we want this stuff out of here anyway. So they said this was already swept out, which is nice. There's room down there for, oh, look at all that. Look at all the nuts. The hole back here. That's a big area though. That's nice. Let's get that out of here. Let's get this one off real quick because we got some crackage just like the old Frankenstein. Man, these are nice. Diamond patterned covers here for the windows, for the glass. Ooh, there's a hat back here. Oh, it's a trucker hat. Tipton Tire Company, Huntsville, Arkansas. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just looking for stuff. I'm in here jerking around, and this is basically held up by 4x4 because that's how they did it for now. But honestly, these seats aren't too bad. Yeah, look at all this room. Wow. In this, Jesus, this just fucking slides over. Oh my God, this is great. Oh, this is all roached out, so these will come off just like the blue truck, because what happens is these seals get nasty, and there's a big old gaper right there. See that gaper? So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to fill that in with some window caulk right there too, and it looks like somebody already did. And unfortunately, what happens is these seals, they kind of dry up from the weather over time, and they start to split apart from where you connect them when you put the windows in. And if those don't get taken care of constantly, you got leaks. And this is what we got going on right here. Is we've got this was a mouse up in there, tore that shit up, and then it leaked too. So you know what I'm gonna do is I'll find out where the bolt hole's going. I'm gonna end up taking a line and just hooking it up to where it'll stay for when we're driving it, because that's what we want. He said this was I think this is a 13 speed. I don't know, I'll have to get back there and check it out, but yeah, that's what's going on for now. This is, I remember sitting in a seat like this when I drove the Frankenstein home. It's pretty much what happened. So we'll be back. All right, folks, we're back at the truck. They had to run to town and get some filters and stuff after we got that engine going and whatnot. And I was up in the cab because there's a filter that was just spooging diesel all over, so they went to get that. So while they were away, me and Roger, we went and walked around the woods, looked for some mushrooms. We didn't find no mushrooms, but anyways, we decided that while we're waiting, we're going to swap this other cylinder out because we ain't got nobody in our way. So we've got this cab cylinder swapped out. So we've got now 2 brand new cab cylinders. All the lines are brand new except for one that goes back to the hook back there, which I'm gonna get up there right now, and I'm going to jack up on that thing to see if we can get this cab to lift up the rest of the way. If that's the case, we're going to stick the cab lock down, because we've got this board holding us up right now. And while we were getting the engine started and I was up there monkeying around, he said that, you know, he was worried about this getting knocked over. But it's super windy out here, and that thing hasn't moved, period. I mean, I was up in the cab, it was rocking back and forth, doing the dance, the jig, you know, the whole 9 yards. And the thing hadn't gone. So I'm going to see if that'll go. Then we're locking that thing in. You know, we ain't gonna have no problems with that, but we gonna have some problems with that if we try to go down the road, because we need some exhaust. So let's get up there and see what happens, and then I'll help him move on to the next thing. So I'm gonna hook you up right here, because that's the kind of guy I am. Then I'm gonna check you to see how you are. Yeah, that'll work. Can you see the hook down here? I don't know if you can see that or not, but we'll see see what happens. I mean, if this board kicks out any, raise right now. So our hook's going down. Pull this thing in. I don't know if it's enough loaded or not. We may have to hook this pump to something because I can't get this thing to go up anymore. Unless that line is clogged for some odd reason, but I may have some lines backwards too. Ugh. I need this. It needs to be stationary on something. So we got to figure that out. We have got to figure that out. But it is going up. So I don't know, maybe we got some lines backwards somewhere. I guess we'd know if we blowed them. You know what I mean? So let me do some research here, folks, and I'll be back. Well, I got everything hooked up. I got this mounted down here, so I'm going to, I have to fill that thing up with ATF though, because all the lines basically drained out. But Jessica just got here and she brought 50 cheeseburgers from McDonald's. So we're gonna do the 50 cheeseburger challenge to see if we can eat 50 cheeseburgers. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got this guy out here doing the tires. These guys are changing the oil in the filter. And still working on this cap. We swapped out jacks because this one is wasn't working and we're out of ATF. So hoping I get some ATF and get this thing jacked up and be able to get her to go down, because that's something we're going to need when we start driving down the road for it to be functional. Sorry if you can't hear me. Do it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Oh my God.
Kind of disappointed you didn't go 5 more.
Yeah. Just to get the triple digits?
Yeah.
I don't want to crest that 40-mile-an-hour zone at 100.
Yeah, so your road's right here. I think it's this spur.
Yeah, there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That was insane, dude. That gave me like
that's it right
that gave me like the bubble guts.
Yeah.
Just that fucking
Yeah.
taking off.
It's got some pretty good performance.
Oh my God.
And
That
also,
was-
look, it has this mode.
Baja.
Oh man, so now
So Baja mode turns everything into Baja suspension.
Nice.
In Baja mode, this truck is warranted to jump 36 inches.
Jesus criminy.
Yep. If you go higher than that, shit starts breaking. But
Wow.
36 inches, and if you look at the diagram, it's got the steering and in sport, but it's got all the rest of the suspension as tight as you can get it to be able to handle the truck jumping. And then it's got a special rock, which it won't let me have rock because it is 4 low. Then it's got a mud and sand, and it also has a snow.
Oh wow.
To where it puts the full stability control in for traction.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
pretty badass.
cool.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'll take one.
No shit. Sign me up.
Yeah, and it, you know what? It's the fastest car in the 8th mile that I've ever owned that was just a factory street car. And so, you know, it thrills me. It's not a 4-second 8th mile. I mean, the thing runs 8th mile in the 780s, which 780s is as fast as my 67 Camaro was in 1989. And you know, I had the second fastest car in the area. But you know, for a big old heavy 4-wheel drive pickup truck to run a 780 in the 8, it's pretty impressive.
That you can daily.
Yeah.
That, yeah. That
And I'm getting 11. I've been beating the shit out of it, climbing in the mountains, and getting 11.7 miles to the gallon.
Well, I think it's made for the
insane.
Ozarks, man.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the perfect truck.
Yeah, fucking win.
Okay, folks, what's going on? It's day 2. We're back at the truck.
I need to move the truck over here.
And we're trying to figure out where we want the truck because it's like 20-mile-per-hour wind. It's like 40 some degrees out, and it's gonna be super nasty and dreadful. We weren't prepared for this. None of us packed for this kind of stuff. So we went to Walmart's last night, got me this $13 on sale jacket, and we're gonna do it to it though, because we gotta do it, you know what I mean? So what's going on today is we got all this stuff stripped down. We're gonna take and get new brakes for the truck. We're gonna figure out the wheel seals, so we're gonna swap all those out too. All new canisters. The bags are gonna get changed out. We're basically gonna do a heavy duty parts run today. PARTS parts run, because tomorrow Fleet Pride is gonna be closed and we're not gonna be able to get anything for the weekend. So we gotta make sure we've got everything that we need before we leave today, because you know, I mean, who knows the next place that's going to be open and how far we're going to have to drive to get it. So we got some work cut out ahead of us, but we're at the same time we're not going to kill ourselves trying to do this in this weather, but we'll do what we got to do because the wind sucks, and you know how it goes. But we're going to do it. So hopefully, you know, I'm not sure how much I'll shoot because of the fact of the wind and that BS, but we'll shoot some stuff and we'll go through some progress, because that's basically what it's going to be today. We're going to get this thing on some jack stands. We got her on some boards right now. We're just sitting in middle of this yard here like this, and yeah, I got to get this cab situated, figured out, and get that thing jacked back up and down, and we want to be able to set the cab down so we can climb in and out. Ran more than once yesterday, so that was nice. We know the motor's solid, and got some steers over there for it, but yeah, just a lot of work. Just a lot of work.
Come on, bro.
I do have beer, but
I'll do the brake chambers. I won't make you guys do that. I'll change the cylinders, the lift cylinders, and then once I get the lift cylinders changed and the thing goes up and down, then I'm gonna put the cab down, and then I'm gonna come back and do these.
Why don't we do what let's fucking do that cab last. Let's do that tomorrow.
Just leave that bitch up and just knock this shit out.
But yeah, that's the smartest thing to do.
You're on,
That's
dude.
the last
You are
thing.
on.
That's the last thing I want to deal with, is that freaking.
Because actually,
cab
it's up
lift
high enough.
cylinders.
It's up high enough. I can do the wiring I need to and configure. I brought a pull cord, like a choke cable. That we need to run that in there to the kill switch. We got no way of shutting that truck off from the side.
Why is the old one not working?
It's just rusted shut.
Okay, but what can we throw lube in there?
No,
Can we get
I brought one.
or not?
I brought one. We pull that one out. We run the new one in, and we hook it up, and we're done. Beep, 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 like that.
Right on. Look at all these parts. What did we just do?
Oh man, we just closed the fleet pride down. Hey guys, what's up? So
PARTS parts run.
Stuff we got in the truck. But let me tell you what, we don't want no half-ass.
We don't want no problems.
We're doing this thing, vice grip garage style. Putting some brakes on, doing some exhaust, and we're gonna make it happen. So let me check it out.
Well, it's about, I don't know what time it is, but it's late. And we're losing sunlight here. Beautiful sunset. And we have got new brakes, bushings for the S-cams, torque rods there, torque nuts, whatever. He is sanding and painting those so we can put the bags on. Probably end up doing that tomorrow, because I don't know what much light we'll have.
We won't have enough to do barely what.
Basically, all we'll do is torque those nuts and probably be done for the day, because we just running out of time. Spend some time over to Fleet Pride getting some parts here for tomorrow, and it's just what we're doing. But I mean, we're making progress. We're still stuck with that stupid cab jack. We're not sure what's going on with that. That is a situation, so kind of a pain.
I'm going to tell you one thing we have to do before we can leave.
Kind of a pain, but that's what it is.
We have to get the gasket surface clean on the axles and this, because once this is tight, these axles got to go on with the new gasket, and the new gasket is not going to seal with this shit on there, so we have to get it off of there. All right. I'd like to put the torque this up, put the axles in, and be done with this brakes. I got to clean the drums. 10 gallons of gear oil and a pump.
Yeah, we'll definitely need that.
Pump, yeah, and we'll fill up the rear ends. If the transmission needs some, we'll have to bring 15 minutes.
Oh, whoops! I can grease on my face already. How's that happen?
Yeah.
How's that happen?
I don't know. Cause you touch that truck and it touched your face.
Yeah, seriously, and yeah, those nuts are horrible. It's a super remote location where we're doing this truck. We are basically 20 to 30 minutes away from any hardware store for anything, any truck parts store for anything. So you obviously seen that big parts run we made yesterday, and we thought we got the right stuff for the top bolts for the bags and shit, but obviously the bottom locking nut didn't come with the kits that he bought, and so now we gotta go. We didn't even get to do anything to the truck. That's the first thing he noticed, which I'm glad we didn't get like super filthy and greasy, because there's like some major grease and grime around that truck, and it's just freaking disgusting.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. Like, we try not to get this truck dirty, but we're jumping in and out of this thing with grease on our boots and grease on our knees, and we basically look like we got drug around in the trash bin, and then have to get in the truck and spend 2 hours going to town to get parts. It's really a pain in the ass. But maybe the next time we do something like this, we'll have a fully outfitted rig with tools and everything we can think of in stock. Then we don't have to make any parts runs. We did a pretty good job of estimating the things we were going to need, and we called up to Fleet Pride and tried to make sure they had everything in stock. And aside from just a couple of little things, they came through for us on all the pieces we didn't bring. And then I tried to be proactive and bring all the airbag kits and all that stuff, because those are difficult to get in a timely manner. Aside from the fact that the cab lift stuff that I brought was all garbage.
Yeah.
And we spent a whole day trying to figure out why this truck wouldn't work with the tools that I brought, with the parts that I brought, and then we still don't have it done yet. But hopefully we'll get the truck ready to roll today, and then we'll throw at least one of those old cylinders on and see what happens, and we go from there.
Yeah, because we got to get that thing down. We got to check, make sure the transmission's good. We've got to, you know, we'll have everything from the back in basically rebuilt with bags, brakes, all that stuff. Slack adjusters, chambers, you name it. So that's all basically going to be brand new. What we need to make sure we need to be able to make sure we can move it around, because there's a couple of the little transmission air hoses that are snapped off, whether it's the high-low range or what it is. It's the green and blue, so that we might still be able to move it back and forth. We might just not be able to use the side splitter and stuff. So that might be what the synchronizers are for. And if we can get by with, and we did get some of that hose, so we can swap that out if we need to.
Ferrules. Remind me to get some brass ferrules, because we can't change those. If we have to take it off the hose, we need a new ferrule.
Okay.
Collar.
Oh, gotcha. So we'll need some of those, and I think he said they're an 1/8 inch ones.
Yeah.
Because I actually got 4 quick disconnects. So I have 4 quick disconnects just in case the 2 wires, the 2 airlines that are broke. I can just slap a piece in there to make it work for now. Even if it has a little slight air piss, we can get the truck moved so we're not laying in some of the grease and extra mess that we made yesterday, because some of that fluid from the diffs and stuff is so thick and nasty. It's like molasses. And I had on obviously the white mushroom suit yesterday. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, their technical term, but I had spots where I had big grease clumps just on the side of my leg, and fortunately I had no grease on my clothes, because that thing saved me. I was surprised. Not to mention it kind of kept me warm in that freezing ass cold weather that was just ridiculous.
Sure. I, on the other hand, just toughed it out and rolled around like a pig in slop, and then had to take my clothes off and drive back to the Airbnb naked, which is cool, you know.
T-shirt and his panties on, that and some socks. That's how we drove back. I sat in the back, so I was cool. I didn't see none, but it was funny.
Yeah, man, I was hoping we didn't get pulled over, you know, trying to explain that. What are y'all doing out here in the mountains in your panties?
That's right.
But,
Joe got on that zebra there, man.
Man. Good thing I wasn't wearing my elephant trunks.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so far it's been fun.
Yeah, good times.
More out, feel like crap. You know, ain't nothing like sleeping in your own bed. Even though this bed and breakfast is a gorgeous house, it's just still not my place.
It's extremely nice. The beds are super comfortable. It's really convenient because it's got a bathroom in every room. It's 3.5 bath. It's amazing. It's an amazing place, and the views are just gorgeous. The mountain views are just gorgeous. Wake up in the morning, just look right out the bay window while you're having your coffee and stuff like that. Now, we haven't had any days to where we can actually sit outside and enjoy the nature, but at the same time, last night we didn't get back there until it was after dark, because we had to make that parts run. Well, we worked during the day doing different stuff. Then we had to make that parts run, and that probably took about an hour to 2 hours out of the day.
Yeah.
So then once we got back, it was like turbo boost kicked in, and this guy went psychopath and just started going hauls ass, balls to the wall. And, you know, the other people that were there with us did the same thing, and we just turned it up. Because if we wouldn't have, we would have had so much stuff to do today. It's monotonous work for just 1 or 2 people that it would have taken us, you know, if it just was the 2 of us, it would have it'd take us a full week.
Oh, at least a week.
If not, I mean, that's no running into no problems. Like this cab cylinder whole situation has taken up way more time than what we've wanted it to, but that's we're gonna, you know, it's just one of those things that we'll tackle, because we were gonna go back and do it, but then I was like, no, let's go do other stuff and we'll leave it set up. We'll figure it out another time when because I mean, we're both getting frustrated with the same thing, because I've done them before, he's done them more than one time. You know, we both have the cab overs that take the same system, and
the horrible part about the whole thing is, you know, Chad did the full swap out, and now even though the parts were new, they were off of Crystal, and Crystal did have a little bit of trouble, but it still was very usable. So I thought, well, I'll just bring Crystal stuff, and Chad swapped it all out, and it worked for like 5 minutes, and then just quit. And we're like pulling our hair out, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go through and just verify that I marked all the hoses correctly. And so I went through and unhooked all the hoses individually and checked to make sure that we had the flow going the direction it's supposed to go in. And I'm like, well, he's like, but you didn't change anything. I said, I know, because it was right. You did it right. I marked them right. You did it right. I verified them. It should work. And we pulled our hair out on that crap. And
Is that where we came from yesterday?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we need to go that way.
Okay. I almost turned. Did you see that?
Yeah,
like,
you wanted to.
I was like, I think
yeah,
this is
we
it.
need to go that way to go into town.
All right, we'll just use this guy's driveway. Nobody really. Don't bake a cake, Granny. We ain't staying.
Yeah, Arkansas. Now the only problem is you can't see shit coming from over there.
Well,
but
I'll go fucking fast.
get on it, because we're in this. Obviously, you've seen the video. That was yesterday morning when we took off, and that was freaking crazy. Threw me in the back, like I say, ready go, and I got the camera ready, and that thing, when we loaded up, it jerked me back. That's what that jerk was. It was freaking insane.
Yeah, it runs all right.
It does alright.
All right.
Yeah, so we'll get back and get on the stuff and get some of this BS out of here.